Hello, sir.
I'm
How are
good,
you
man. Glad to be on here.
for the today's session, sir? And I must say, you are looking super handsome, yeah.
Oh, thank you, man. You too. You too, definitely.
Thank you, sir. So, I would like to tell you that we are on the Think Talk series of this live session. So, we are on the episode 11, and you are the ultimate guest for the today's session. That is episode number 11 of the Think Talk series.
Okay, I'm happy to be on episode number 11.
Do you know anything about India? Like, have you ever visited it or heard something about India?
I went to school with several people whose parents were from India, even from elementary all the way
Okay.
up to high school. So I know I had some friends that were Indian growing up.
Wow, wow, that's great. So I think it's a bit of the things of India, you know, like the cyclists and few things. So, sir, as you are a Christian rapper, I have heard your each and every rap. So,
Oh,
how
wow.
was the journey? How was the journey of a normal Rifika to the Christian rapper Rifika?
Well, you want to know how I started out? Well, I started out
Yes.
rapping when I was 8 years old. My stepbrother
Oh, wow.
John was writing raps, but it was regular raps. It wasn't Christian rap. But I would write my
Okay.
own raps all the way through high school, and I would rap for my classmates at the lunch table, even in elementary. And they used to sit and listen to the raps that I would do. I had a dream of being a rapper. But when I was about 17 years old, I went to a Christian youth conference in Houston, Texas called the Spiritual Encounter
Okay.
at New Light Christian Center. And the guy, Minister Ben Jabert, was talking about how Christian artists are trees while secular artists are the grass. They constantly get cut down while we grow and last. And the Holy Spirit was really ministering to me during that time and let me know that I needed to use my talent for him.
Okay.
So that's when I started doing Christian rap. Right after that, I started writing Christian raps. And then maybe that summer, before I went to high school, I was calling the back of different Christian rap CDs and
Okay.
leaving a message with my bootleg, song I had made with
Yeah,
a
yeah.
karaoke machine, tuba, and piano. And one day this guy called me back. He called me about 5 minutes after I left the bootleg song on there. And he said, man, it sounds like you got something. I want to meet with you. And then we met the next day at a restaurant called IHOP. And he took me under his wing, kind of trained me. And I ended up on
Okay.
their album DOP 2K3 the following summer. So that's how I kind
Acha.
of got my start. And then it's just blossomed from there. Now, I've been rapping now 18 years. I've been doing it professionally.
Wow, 18 years.
Yeah.
So probably it's my age. I'm just 17 years old. So you are rapping from the 18 years. Wow,
Oh,
that's
wow.
really great. So it has been a very healthy start for you. So what is your perspective on like the people who start the career at the early age or they find their passion at the early age succeed more than the people who do like traditional education and then go to a job or a business? What's your view on this?
I feel like it's good to start early. If you talk to a lot of those people, they probably had the passion and desire to start as kids, but they may not have had the support from
Okay.
their parents, or they may not have been
Mm.
able to do it. But they probably had that desire and that dream in their heart from when they were kids. I think kids that are actors and rappers and things like that, singers, they kind of have an advantage because they're starting way
Yeah.
earlier than everybody else and they're able to transition. So the earlier you can start, the better. I was one of those kids who my parents really did support me. If I would have took it more serious with the acting, I wish I would have with the acting. But I was always doing the music, but I just really didn't know that direction of where I should go. So I think the earlier you start, the better, definitely.
Exactly, because as the earlier you start, you get more successful at the early age, and you have a scope for each and everything. So I must say, the best I love in you that is your smile, sir. It's
Oh, thank
really
you.
amazing. It's very enthusiastic and charming. Like when I see your smile, I'm like, oh, wow, man, what a smile!
Thanks, man.
so so you have a very great smile. So like you have done many of the raps, Christian raps. So we would like to hear one of the best rap, which is your favorite.
Oh, okay, okay.
Sure.
Let's see here. I should have known you was gonna have me rap.
Yeah.
All right, verily, merrily, I'm focused to primarily serve my Lord with sincerity, not just for the prosperity. Perhaps it is a rarity, but I work voluntarily and actually. I do most times, but I do so with charity. To seek and save the lost is our call customarily, because Jesus paid the cost. I accept with hilarity. Ministries for his majesty, not approached arbitrarily or callously. Approach them so they don't become casualties. Clarity is my focus this season. Similarity to my focus for the hopeless soul, so Jesus can marry. Battle with militarily. We live in this life temporarily. We wouldn't like understand. We become people like Peeps called our Judy, but we don't judge you. Will admit we fishermen. Peter, come as you are straight out the boy, missing the fire ether. I'm coming to the clubs and boy just so that I can reach a stretch on Strong's anointings of fantastic force. I used to reach you. That's one of my favorites.
Wow, that was great. We were in that flow, like you're singing, and we were in that flow. Wow, yeah. So it was one of the favorite. Wow, that was amazing. So, like, what were your difficulties when you went into this rapping field or the acting field? So, any difficulty which you face most of the time that you overcome at the initial stages of your life, like of your career?
Well, rapping, support is kind of hard to get. I mean, I have support and I have supporters throughout the years, but you know, with so many people rapping out there, you know what I'm saying? So what I realized was that it's really best to find your lane and find what you're good at and just do that. Don't necessarily try to do what everybody else is doing. Like everybody right now is kind of rapping that trap that started back in the day. Whenever the trends of music changed with rap, they changed their style to sound like everybody else. But I've never believed in doing that. So I know that my style is kind of unique and it's more so a throwback type style, you know, which, you know, with a like new type flow or whatever. Because I like the raps back in the early 2000s and the 90s and stuff like that. And I kind of blend that with my music now. And I found that since I've been doing that, it's giving me more of a brand and more people are liking that. And it causes you to stand out. Like I read the book called The Purple Cow. I'm not sure if any of you ever read that. That's a real good book and a business book. And it's best to stand out in the masses because if you don't, then you'll lose yourself and nobody ever know about what you're doing. You know, with acting, I found that it's more people support it and you know, it's more respected. Acting is, I guess, because it's like a mystery of how you can get on TV and how you can get in movies and things like that. It's more formal. Like anybody can start rapping or doing music with like a home studio. Before as acting, I mean, you can go out and try to make your own films and all that, but you're not going to get on national TV or movies and things like that unless you go about it the proper way, getting your resume together, getting your headshots together, doing your training. And I've realized that since I've started training, I went further with it. Probably I was always acting on and off throughout my life. You know, when I started, I started that when I was 8 too. I was in the Ensemble Theater in Houston, Texas. And then when I was 12, they trained me as a young performer. And then when I was 12, I was in a play with Solange Knowles, which is Beyonce's sister. And, you know, I kind of acted a little bit in church plays and music videos after that and in my 20s, but I wasn't taking it serious. I just started taking it serious again 3 years ago when I went through a program called Actors, Models, Talent for Christ, who they really trained me how to use my faith as a Christian and be a missionary, like use the entertainment industry as a missionary field to have a positive effect on a lot of things that's going on in there. But you have to be part of it in order to create positive change inside of it. But I've been taking it serious since then. And I've noticed that since I've been doing that, you know, training and doing everything the proper way, I've gotten way more exposure and way more success with my acting. AMTC really helped me know how to go about breaking into the entertainment industry and into the acting field. I'm still learning things from them today. I hope I answered your question.
Yes. Very like deeply you answered the question. So when you do many of the acting, like you play many of the characters. So which character do you find was the most difficult one to play or like act?
Man, that's a good question. Man, let's see. I don't know. Like none of them were. I'm trying to think back to when I've trained. The characters that I've actually played in things weren't very hard for me. Like I did an African character, which was my favorite role. I really had to, you know, in my first feature film, I really had to dig deep for that one. Playing the gangster role has never been hard for me. I've done that a few times.
Okay.
I don't know. It's not, none has really just been that difficult as of yet. You know, not yet. But I'm sure some might come across one day that may be.
Okay, yes. So, if you're doing any of the character, like you said, you have done the character of gangster. So, does the acting somewhere or the other side affect your personal life, like personal behavior or something, when you are in that like fully trance, like you are doing the gangster role all the time. So, does that trance affect your personal life anyway?
Does it affect my personal life? No, I pulled from things when I was younger, you know, to try. I was
Okay.
never like a gangster or nothing like that, but at a young age, I was like a trouble type kid that got in trouble a lot. And I had a real bad temper when I was growing up. So whenever I play a
Okay.
gangster, I'm able to pull from that temper or pull from things that I've seen. You know, when you act, you got to observe a lot of people also. Like watch them on
Yeah.
TV or observe real gangsters and kind of try to embody what they, you know,
Hmm.
what they do. You actually become that character, and that makes it a
Yeah.
lot easier. The real good actors, they're able to become the character, and you do that through research and through
Right.
you know, observing them and their mannerisms and the way they react to things, and trying to pull things from your real life that actually happened that cause you to be able to
Hmm.
really bring that character to life.
Right, very true. So the we would like to know about your the book you have recently launched, The Power of GM. What is it exactly about? So what you have like put into what is the content of the book and what is it is based upon?
Okay. Well, I have a book right here. I knew you was gonna ask me about it,
Ah,
so I want to
yes,
give
the
real
Power
life
DM.
information. Yeah. Um, in the book, I wanted to show men how to properly slide into the DMs, because you know, with social media these days, a lot of people are using social media to get dates and to find their wife or find their
Right,
girlfriend and things like that.
right,
So I've been using that since probably about 2002, when they had a site out called Black Planet. And then after that, they had MySpace. And then after that, they had Facebook. And throughout the years since I was a teenager,
right.
about your age, I've been using social media
Yeah,
to get dates online. That's been my primary.
yeah.
I was able to get them in person too, but I feel like on social media, you can kind of do research and see what a woman is about and see if you'll really have a good
Hmm,
connection with her and if you'll like her. So in the
exactly.
book, I give tried and true examples of how I was able to find dates by doing that the proper way. I also talk about some of the failures I've had, some things not to do, and some things you should do in order to be
Should do.
successful in doing that on all the different sites: YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, whatever one you want to use, you can use it. And it's called Free Online Dating Tips for Men, because I don't feel like a man should have to pay for a dating site. You know, they have a lot of dating sites out here that you have to pay monthly fees to be a part of. I feel like you can find a woman to date or find your wife on one of the free sites, social media sites like this, like we're using today. It teaches them how to do that. Woman of your dreams, using these techniques.
Yes. Telling about your book. So can we say you are the love guru?
I mean, I guess I can be, yeah. I can. I definitely can be. And that's kind of the where I want to go, the direction I want to go in, to help people do that, because I've been able to do it. So I want to help people do that, because a lot of men, they're not getting good results, and I want to help them get good results.
Exactly. So we are super excited to read your book, and surely we will, each and everyone will opt for it, and we will read that book. So I want to tell you that the Think Talk Show, as we are doing we are on the episode 11. So we have a format of the Think Talk Show. So few minutes of the starting, so we discuss about your journey and everything. So then the next part is about the playing games. It is a fun and entertaining part. So I would like to ask you few questions. It is like a rapid fire round. So are you ready for it?
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, I have the list of the questions with me. So let's begin it.
Oh, wow.
So
Okay.
the first question here it is: if the world is going to end tomorrow, which three things would you like to do?
Go to Hawaii, because I've never
Okay,
been.
okay,
Um, play a basketball player in the NBA in a movie.
Wow.
And I guess spend time with my mom. If the world is about to end tomorrow, I want to spend time with my mom. Yeah.
Wow, great. Amazing answer. So, okay, we have the second question with us, and that is, you would rather be a smartest boy in a college or the most popular one?
The smartest. Because if you're the
Okay.
smartest guy, in college, you'll become the most popular, like Bill Gates and Warren Buffett and all those
Wow.
people. Eventually, when you get out of
Right.
college, you'll become the most popular because you'll
Very
be
true. Very
successful.
true. Yes. So, okay, we have the third question with us, and that is, would you like to do acting in different languages or do a rap in different languages?
Yeah, definitely. That would be a lot of fun. It'll be challenging, but I actually have a rap from way back in the day that I was rapping in Spanish on during the hook.
Okay.
I was trying to sing it in Spanish, but I was rapping in
Wow.
English, but I was singing in Spanish. So to take a song and do the full thing in another language, that would be pretty cool. I'm always
Wow,
about
great.
crossing over.
Okay. So, okay. The next question is, would you rather go 30 days without your phone or lifelong without your rap?
Ooh! You said 13 days without food or lifelong without rap?
Yeah.
I'd rather go 13 days without food. I can't not do music. I love my music, man.
Wow, great.
Yeah.
That was the best answer. So, rapping is your passion or acting is your passion?
Yep. Man, this is a hard one. Acting was my first love because I started an interest in acting when I was 6. My mom used to take me to casting calls, and I started rapping when I was 8. So I guess my passion, man, is both. I guess I have to say the music. The music is my biggest passion, but it's kind of a tie. I don't know.
Okay, try. Okay, both.
Yeah.
So, okay, we have the next question with us, and that is, would you rather eat a same meal for rest of your life or never use Instagram again?
I'd rather never do Instagram again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's other social media sites. You didn't say the other social media sites. I can still
smart, yeah.
And I love to eat, man. I love to eat, so I can't just do the same meal for the rest of my life.
Okay. So, yes, the last question is, what is the most healthiest and unhealthiest thing you do on the regular basis?
The healthiest thing that I do on a regular basis, probably jump rope. Before quarantine, I would run at least once a week, 3 miles at least once a week, a 5K.
Wow.
The most unhealthiest thing that I do, probably eat late at night, like eat like at 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. and then go to bed without working out, which I shouldn't do. Yeah.
Okay, good. So we have the ultimate and last question with us, and that is, you have to say an Indian dialogue. I have a dialogue with me, and you just have to repeat it. So are you ready for it?
All right. What am I saying in English, though? What am I saying in English? I just want to know.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
Oh, I was asking, what will I be saying in English first before I say it? I just want to know. I'm curious.
Yes, I will repeat it, and you will just have to repeat that dialogue.
Right. But can you tell me what it means in English?
Yeah, sure, I will. Okay. So first, as you know, India's like national language, which every one of you uses, that is Hindi. Okay.
Right.
So first dialogue we have in Hindi language. So I will first say it, and then I will again repeat it word by word, and you have to repeat. First of all, I will say the whole dialogue. Okay.
Okay.
डॉन को पकड़ना मुश्किल ही नहीं, नामुमकिन है. Okay. So first of all, I will explain you the meaning. Like here, actor of the Bollywood industry, Shah Rukh Khan. I think you must know him, or I don't know you know him or not. So he has the very famous dialogue of this, like Don ko pakadna mushkil hi namumkin hai, means he the movie he launched a movie in which he was a don. So he tells to the police that Don ko pakadna mushkil hi namumkin hai, means you if you want to catch me, it is not difficult, it is impossible.
Okay.
Okay, so this is the meaning of this dialogue. So okay, I will say one or two words and you just have to repeat. Okay, let's begin.
All right, that's easy enough.
Don ko pakadna
Dan ko pakadna
मुश्किल ही
मुश्किल ही
नहीं नामुमकिन
नहीं नामुमकिन
है.
है.
Wow, you did it, man.
Thank you.
Okay. So we have the another language, that is Marathi language. So in India there is a state Maharashtra, from where I belong, and here the Maharashtra's language is, my mother tongue is Marathi language. Okay.
Okay.
So I have a very small dialogue from the Marathi language, and you just have to repeat it. Okay.
All right.
First I will repeat, say the dialogue, and then I will explain it to you. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So dialogue is तुमच्यासाठी काय पण.
Okay.
A short dialogue. So I will explain you the meaning. So meaning of this dialogue is anything for you.
Okay. Anything for you. All right.
Okay. So let's begin. तुमच्यासाठी काही पण.
That was hard to say it again.
Okay.
Say it again.
तुमच्यासाठी
तुमच्यासाठी
काही पण.
काही पण.
Ah, yes, there you are. So yes, this was the fun part and entertaining part of the Think Talk series. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I am enjoying it.
Yes. So yes, we have finished with the entertaining part and the game session. So I would like to ask one question to you. That so, like you are on this public field. So have you ever have you were in the ego? Like, yes, I know this thing, I know everything. So sometimes were you in some ego and then you realize that no man, I was in ego and I did this wrong thing, and then you apologize for it and then you went on the right path?
I mean, that's happened a lot in my life. I don't think there were things I had to. I'm trying to think. I can't think of anything off the top of my head, but there were times where I thought I knew different things, especially with acting. I thought I knew. I thought I was at a certain level, and then I went to training. Actually, the last year I was at a place called Hollywood Access Inc. and I was training, and they made me realize I really didn't know a lot, you know what I'm saying? It kind of broke me down for a little bit, you know, but it was necessary for me to become a better actor. You know, at first I was like, you know, what they talking about, whatever, but I never like got an attitude with any of the instructors or anything like that. But, you know, I'm always coachable. But at first I didn't realize why they were making me do all the things that they were making me do. But now I do, because when I go back and look at acting that I did maybe a year or 3 years ago, and look at my acting now, I can see that they made me better. So we have to realize is that when people are coaching us that have more experience than us, they see things that we don't see about ourselves. And then when we get that experience or get that coaching that they have, we can go back and look at what we were doing and see, oh man, I wasn't doing that right. They were right to teach me to get better at that. Yeah.
Right. Yes, really amazing. So if a person wants to succeed in his life or achieve his goals in his or her life, so he needs a support system. He needs someone who supports him all the time. So who was your support system at each and every moment of your life? It can be very low, like you were devastated totally, or you were on the peak state of your success, and there also that person supported you in each and every moment. Who was that person? Or there can be more people?
Well, I guess through the majority of my life, my mom was the one that supported me in all of my dreams when I was growing up.
Wow.
My dad also, in some things, it took him some time to come around sometimes, but he's always very supportive. Like, he's giving me a lot of good advice with my music. Like, he's the one that told me Justin, you need to find your own sound. You know, like he told me, every artist has a distinct sound, and I can attribute that to him helping me find my own sound. Now,
Right.
currently, it's my lady who I actually found from the techniques I use in the Power of the DM. We've been together
Oh,
about almost 11 months now, and she's my most
wow.
supportive person this past year, and I'm
Great.
sure she will be for the rest of my life.
Yes, all the best wishes for your life, sir.
Thank you.
So, what would you like to tell the our audience, that most mainly the youngsters, what they should focus on, the like teenage, or any one thing you would like to tell them, like this, any route of the success, that if you want to achieve success in your life, if you want to achieve your aims, what is the one thing you would like to tell to the teenagers?
Man. Well, if you want to be successful and you have different dreams that you want to do, start. Just start. Don't wait
Wow.
until everything you start, everything will come along the way. You know, everything. I
Yeah,
always say, God,
right.
I mean, God will bring those different things that you need along the way to help you accomplish your goals. If you just
Right.
start.
Yes, exactly. The first and basic thing is to start. If we start, then automatically everything gets lined up and everything works in our favor. But the main thing is to just start.
Yeah.
Don't think too much, because overthinking is the best enemy, I think.
Yeah, it is, definitely. It caused you to be
Have you?
just stale, just in one
Yes,
spot.
exactly. Have you ever overthink of something?
Overthink, I'm sure I have. Let's see. Man, I do overthink things. I overthink things a lot. I'm very analytical. I guess one thing that I can word a transparent moment, I'll be transparent right now. I overthink how people feel about different things I say and do, or different interactions, you know, and that
Okay.
can kind of be detrimental to you as well. You know, you'll be thinking somebody's thinking negatively about you or something like that, and they're not even thinking that. They're not even thinking about you. You know what I'm saying? So it's best to just do the things that you have to do, and not overthink and not worry about what other people think about you. Because the most important thing is what you think about you and what God thinks about you. That if they cool with
Right,
you
right.
and you cool with you, nothing else matters.
Exactly. Because if no one is with you, then he is with you.
Yes, definitely.
So, sir, you have written so many books. So, one of them is like Power of DM, which have just launched. So, how did you maintain that consistency? Because I have seen many of the people who says like, yes, I want to write my books, and they just start on it, and after they write 3 pages, 4 pages, and they are like, oh man, I am fed up with it. So, how did you maintain that consistency of writing the books and making your content very impactful?
Actually, I'm guilty of doing that. I have a book that I started in 2010 about my life, kind of loosely based on my life biography. I only wrote a few pages and I never finished it. But this time, I was always saying I'm gonna write a book. I'm gonna write a book. But
Okay.
when I met my lady that I'm with right now, she was actually an author already, and that her being an author inspired me. I'm like, if she can be an author, I can be an author. And I had been saying I was gonna write this book. So what I would do is I would just make sure that I made time in my schedule to write it on certain evenings. Now there were certain times where I went maybe a week or two without writing anything at all, but I always made sure that I came back to writing it. I had a goal and I
Right.
wanted to accomplish that goal. The best way to accomplish your goals, in this case, write a book, is have an ending point in your calendar. Set aside time where you're gonna write the book. Set aside a time where
Okay.
you're gonna be finished with the book. And then when you look in your phone calendar and you see the things you have to do, that's gonna make you accountable to yourself
Right.
to do those things. You know, if you see them, so schedule it out. You got to schedule out the time to do it in your phone. And when you look, you're going to see it. And you're like, man, I got to work on this. And then before you know it,
Right.
you'll be done
Very
with it.
true. Exactly. If we have the deadline, then only like we are like, oh man, shit, I have to do, like the last date is coming nearer and nearer, so I have to work. It sometimes it happens like if we have set a deadline or a date of we have something which we have to accomplish, and if sometimes we are tired of it, like man, no, today I'm just tired, I don't have to do it. But when we look at the calendar and we are like, oh man, just 3 days left, 4 days left, oh no, 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 I will get back to the work and again we start with it. So wow, that's really, it was a fantastic answer. So sir, I have a last question to ask to you, that is, if you have to like rank the things 1, 2, and 3 in this rank. So which things would you rank? I will give you 3 things, and that is rapping, acting, and author, the writing.
Like rank them in the order of my favorite, or how you want me to rank them? Like,
yes, favorite one, favorite.
Okay. I'd have to say writing is first.
Okay.
Writing is first because I have to write in order to rap, and rapping would be second. And it's a hard one, but acting would be third because acting is the hardest one. Actually, it's the most challenging. It takes the most time, and it's a lot of different steps and analyzations and meditation and things you have to do to get into character and learn your lines. So writing, rapping, acting.
Wow, that's great. I think that the question which I asked today, you have never like come with these questions. Like any of them have not asked you this question. I think they were a bit weird type of things.
Oh yeah.
So yes, I hope you enjoyed today's questions and everything, entertaining part of the Think Talk show, the part which we played in the games with us. And it was a very amazing and interesting talking with you.
Yeah, I did enjoy it. Especially, I really enjoyed the rapid fire round. That was really enjoyable. That was my favorite
Wow.
part.
Thank you, sir. It means a lot. So yes, sir. As we have known your journey, and also each and every audience which they are watching today, everyone knows that you have launched the book, The Power of DM, just now. So can you just show the book so everyone will know that? Yes, this is The Power of DM, guys. Just go on the internet and browse out this book. It's a very amazing book, the free dating tips for men, right, sir?
Oh, say it again. I'm sorry. What was the last part you said?
Dating tips for men. The book is based on that. Dating tips for men.
What format?
Dating tips.
Oh yeah, dating tips. Online dating tips for men. Yeah, online dating tips, definitely. Sorry about that.
Yes, yes. So, sir, I would like to ask one question. When I saw this book, why did you like give the title "The Power of DM"? Was there any story behind it or something, anything?
There's a lot of, because that's where everything starts. You know, when you because that's where it starts. So it's powerful. The way that you contact somebody is very powerful. You making that start to go slide in a woman that you like DMs, that could end up being your wife, and that's powerful. That could end up being the mother of your children. You know, so that's why it's very powerful, because from just writing somebody a message on a social media site, you could end up leaving a legacy with your family. You know, so that's why I call it the power of the DM. Yep.
Exactly. Wow. That is really fantastic. So yes, sir. Now it's time to sign off with the episode 11. I hope you enjoyed the Think Talks episode 11 with me.
I definitely enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Definitely keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, sir. Love you a lot, and we definitely will pursue that book, The Power of GM. And I loved your journey and each and everything which you told our audience, and mainly the youngsters will get very inspired from this book, that how to pursue a woman or how to contact her in a positive and healthy way, because that's the need of the society. So I salute you for this book and hope you like break the records of each and everything.
I receive that, definitely. Thank you.
Yes. So thank you, sir, for being with me. It was a lovely session with you. Love you a lot, sir.
Love you too, man. Be blessed.
Yes.